While Activision and Tony Hawk were running out of mana and going down with the ship, EA decided to come out of nowhere and phoenix down the entire skateboarding genre with the Skate series. And although everybody loves 3 and everybody loves 2, that's particularly my favorite, we're going to be talking about the first one and why exactly it's still amazing after nearly 20 years. In my last video about racing games, there was a point where I talked about in the beginning that in 1999 of Christmas, there were 4 games that impacted my life and definitely defined me who I was. And one of them was Tony Hawk Pro Skater, 2 to be exact. Ever since I played that game, ever since I picked it up and inserted it into that N64 with that bright yellow cartridge, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have been hooked to skating, particularly in the Tony Hawk era. These games defined my life in the extreme sports route, and I played every single game there was going forward to then. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 3, 4, Underground, which is my favorite, Underground 2, American Wasteland, Project 8, and then Proving Ground. This series has been around since the late 90s, and we're going to talk about a certain point in time where the series definitely fell apart, but a new series rised up from the ashes of that. Tony Hawk was definitely looking at the beginning and the end with his franchise, with the not so popular Project 8 and the definitely less popular Proving Ground. But around that time, around 2006, 2007, EA was making something that a lot of people were not expecting, and a game that definitely changed the skate culture upside down on its head for years to come. In 2007, EA released their first skateboarding game that was simply called Skate. I remember when I was a kid and I picked this game up for the first time for Christmas, I was completely shook. I was shocked. I was impressed to see a realistic-ish simulator-like game with the most intuitive, interesting controls that I think I've ever seen in a skateboarding game. So much so that games like Session and Skater XL use the exact same controls but in their own spin, and that's called the Flick It Stick. For those of you that did not play the skate games, please do it. One of the most interesting things about this game was that to do a trick, you just had to flick with the right stick. In any way, in any direction you wanted to, it was responsive. So if you wanted to flick it to the right, you can do a kick flip. If you wanted to flick it to the left, you want to do a heel flip. If you want to flick it a certain crazy different way, you can do an inward heel flip, a varial flip, a tray flip. Anything that you can think of, you can possibly do with just the right stick. And that was game changing. So much so that Tony Hawk didn't know what to do. We had Shred, we had Ride, those games were complete dumpster fires, and the series kind of just fizzled out of existence while Skate reigned supreme for a few years. September 14, 2007 was the game's release, so around that time next year will be the official 20th anniversary, which I think is insane. And something decided to tell me, you know what? Let's just play this game again for old time's sake and see how it holds up. And my final result of playing the game for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, is still just as incredible as it was when I first picked it up all those years ago. There's not really that much that's changed with the game. The controls still feel very fluid. They still feel really good. The camera may be a little bit weird, but at the time in 2007, it was understandable and nothing was really too frustrating. As for the story, well, it exists. And honestly, I can take a realistic story over whatever the hell American Wasteland or Underground 2 was. The story of it was very simple. You survive a crazy car accident for some strange reason because you might secretly have the super soldier serum, we don't know. You recover from that incident and you decide all of a sudden you want to go pro. And that's how it starts. You win contests, you get filmed, you take pictures, you do challenges with skaters, you get to know the pros, and you work your way up to becoming a pro skater. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not playing a skateboarding game with the thoughts of just having some extravagant story. If you give me a point A to point B story beat where I have to become a pro and I have to do this to become a pro, then I'll definitely play the game. Tony Hawk Underground may have the deepest dramatic-ish story, but that's also still very simple at surface level. And to see that Skate kind of did the same thing, it's okay. I'm completely okay with that. Somebody has to pay for what happened to EA Skate, and I mean the 4th game. What the hell just happened? One thing that I could say about the first Skate that I think might be a little bit of a hot take, I kind of think Skate 1 looks the best in the artistic perspective. Now hear me out. Skate 2 was definitely all about just depression, desolation in a sense, and it had that very strong, ugly piss filter that games were doing around the mid 2000s and the 2010s, and I don't understand why. And don't get me wrong, Skate 1 kind of still has it, but at least it's a brighter aesthetic than this. And Skate 3 is just, it's a very bright and vibrant game. I have no issue with it, but for some reason, I just feel like aesthetically, Skate 1 still looks the best. I also still believe that Skate 1 has the best map in the entire series with San Vanalona. The one thing that still mind boggles me to this day is that they had the nerve in Skate 3 to section off the entire city instead of making it one big immersive map. Skate 1 did this with San Van. Skate 2 did this with San Van. So what was the idea in Skate 3 to have them sectioned off into 3 different districts in the same map? Just make it one big map. As for the roster for this game, I think it was really good. There were a lot of different skaters that I did not know that I got introduced to because of this game. Guys like Chris Haslam, Colin McKay, and seeing Robin Big in this game, especially in the intro, is such a crazy fever dream, and it reminds me of how things were different back in the day. Who remembers Robin Big? Who remembers Do Work? Rest in peace to you, Big Black. Trust me, you are sorely missed. For the other characters in the game, the NPCs, the ones that are kind of in the story but not really, I mean, they're there, but the NPCs do have a really interesting mechanic that I'm really happy that they put in the other Skate games, but I feel like they didn't really do it as well as the other 2 Skate games. In Skate 1, there was the mini-map on your top left screen. And the one thing that I thought that was really cool was there was this little circular dot that was in the mini-map that was moving. That indicate the NPC skaters that were around the park just riding and doing their tricks. I love the idea of seeing other skaters ride around with you. It makes the game feel more alive. Something that Tony Hawk didn't really do that well until, I guess you can say, Underground 1 and maybe 2. Project 8 and Proving Ground was a little bit better with it, but it still didn't really feel as full of life as I wanted the other games to be. Meanwhile, in Skate, when you go to a community park, you know that it's a community park because you see skaters do lines at certain places that you would go to. And yeah, they might run into you, you might bump into them, and they'll definitely mess you up, believe me. But there's just a lot of fun about that because it feels more like a real life thing. It feels more alive. And the one feature that I really miss the older Skate games doing was you could follow the skaters and they could take you to a secret line or they could take you to a place that you've never really seen before. And you can just ride out there. And I always thought that was cool. Every time I bail, or almost every time I bail, it's like the game programs you into thinking that you skate goofy. Because for some reason, almost all the NPCs in this game skate goofy. I am not a left-handed person, so I shouldn't have to, deal with that. Like, watch this. I'm probably about to bail, like, hard on purpose real quick to show you something. Propaganda. Look at that. I am not a switch skater. I am not a goofy skater. I skate regular. That is some propaganda right there. Overall, I think Skate 1 still holds up very, very well after all these years. As soon as I turned that game on and I started playing it, I immediately had memories of just playing this game for hours, trying to do the best line, trying to outdo my own score, trying to do something as realistic as possible. I just loved it all. And I can honestly tell you, although this is not my favorite game in the whole series, there's still a reason why this created a great franchise, which ended up going down to the ground. EA, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. All I will say is I recommend you guys, if you have a console or if you have other means to play PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 games, please pick this up. Please give it a try. And if you've never played it before, I assure you, you will have a fantastic time. First of all, there's a lot of things that's wrong with this here. Number one, T-Mobile. You gotta be kidding me. Number two, the sidekick, bro. First of all, who in chat, please comment below if you had a sidekick or a BlackBerry. Or just comment if you wanted one of those. Actually, just comment down below. What phone did you have? Did you have a Nokia? Did you get the BlackBerry? Did you get the Sidekick? Did you want one of those things? Did you get something through Boost Mobile? Okay, this is actually crazy. Were you also the type?
So sick, that was sick. Did I get you anywhere?
Sorry. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun playing this game again. All the memories, all the fun times. The only thing that I couldn't do, unfortunately, was play online, but that's okay. I still enjoyed every single bit of it. I don't know what I'm going to play next, so I might put a poll up in the channel, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying this video. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying what I have been doing, going down the nostalgia route and having a great time with it. And if you are new to the channel and you are enjoying this, you like this video, then please don't forget to like, comment, and especially subscribe. Maybe in the comment section, tell me your favorite skateboarding game, or maybe your favorite moment while playing the Skate series. We don't know. Like, I would love to know more about that for sure. But until then, my name is Cage. I'm a nostalgic gamer. I'm just a gamer in general. I'll see you guys on the next trip down memory lane. See ya. Fourth game. What the hell?
Swiss cheese, counterfeit, these nigga bitches. I'm talking about running off with pounds, man, you know I'm with it. I'm talking about chopper